Well, y'all been asking for another skiff video, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I am a little bit late, only about 2 hours. Isn't it funny how we wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and then you don't even end up getting on the water until like 8? I don't know how it happens, but I guess it is better late than never. And today we're going to be doing some wade fishing and drifting off the solo skiff. I actually launched at a new spot, waters I've never fished before, and we're actually fishing this super cool grass flat. And I'm just going to start by anchoring up the skiff and then doing some wading up here real shallow. I have a Bone Spook Junior tied on right here, one of my favorite top waters. We're going to try that, see what happens. If that doesn't work, then I'm probably going to hop back in the skiff and just drift it and see if I can see any redfish or trout. Probably redfish up here shallow. When I was pulling up in here, there was bait everywhere. Like finger mullet, all sizes of mullet actually, just going crazy. So I know there's a ton of bait, and where there's bait, there should be fish. And we are only about knee deep right now. But these reds will get super shallow, especially early in the morning. And as you can see, I'm only about 40 yards from the shoreline, and this grass flat extends out quite a ways. Probably 150, 200 yards in some spots, and then it goes to a nice sand bottom. So we're gonna start up here, fishing on top of the grass, seeing if there's anything willing to eat this top water. And then we might go out a little bit deeper and try over that sand. I'm up a little shallower now, so hopefully y'all can see. Look how beautiful this is. Nice, clear water. There's a school of mullet right there. All this bait up shallow, man. There has to be something feeding on it, right? Whoa, hole. Oh, there's a big wake right there. So it's really cool whenever we, oh, there's something chasing bait right there. Don't know if I can reach that. Actually, I did reach that. So it's really cool to be able to fish a spot like this. It feels like I'm fishing down south or something. We do not have a lot of these nice clear grass flats here in Galveston. And there is one thing you have to be super careful for if you plan on coming out here and doing this, and that is stingrays. Stingrays absolutely love these grass flats. So just make sure that you're shuffling your feet. Might be a little late in the morning already for this top water. Check out, y'all, there's a stingray right there. He's coming towards me. I'm just gonna stand, oh no, there he is. He's coming towards me. Go the other way, you doofus. Try getting this clear water before he gets over here. It's just a little guy. The thing that you have to be super careful for is that these stingrays will actually follow you. They like to get where you're kicking up that mud and see if they can find anything to eat in that mud that you're kicking up or that dirt that you're kicking up. So it's very important to not step backwards either. Well, nothing on the first wade of the day. So I'm just gonna push out a little bit, or I might go shallower. I don't know. Can't decide right now. But I'm gonna switch over to a soft plastic and I'm just gonna drift this. Should be good right here. And maybe we'll be able to see a red if it's clear enough out here. I know up shallow it's definitely clear enough. But out here, it's not bad. Either way, we're just gonna drift it and cast. Either blind cast one, or if we get lucky, we'll sight cast one. As I'm drifting, I'm seeing so much bait right here. Like shad and mullet just flicking. So hopefully that means the fish will be out here. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's a massive gar right here. And he was just like floating on top. Thing was probably 5.5 feet long. I'm gonna go ahead and move spots. I'm gonna make a little run. Well, a pretty decent run actually. I think I'm going like 1.5 miles, 2 miles. We're gonna go try a little cove that is deeper back in there, and then there's like a couple sandbars on the outside. So we're gonna go try that. And if we see anything on the way, we'll stop and fish it. Like a lot of bait, blow-ups, birds. But if not, I'll see you once we get over there. Oh, just pulled up to another little spot here. I wasn't gonna fish it, but like I said, if I see bait, might as well get out. What is that? What in the world is going on out there, guys? Oh my gosh. Was that a dolphin chasing something? A shark? Redfish? Jacks? I don't know, but smells like a slick up here. Toss my anchor out and wait around here for a second. There was just a ton of mullet whenever I pulled in here. Some shad getting busted up on around me. See if there's anything that'll bite. Look at that, something blowing up on the bait up here. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a flounder. So why is it on top like that? It is a flounder, huh? Okay. Let's see if we can land this guy. Boom. That should be a keeper flounder right there. Let's go. So I just pulled back in this little cove in here. Nice flounder. I was just thinking about flounder. I'm kind of casting up towards the grass, up towards the edge instead of out in the middle. I'm thinking maybe there could be a flounder up in here. He's unhooked. There we go. Check this out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Beating everything up. Check it out. That's a beautiful flounder. We'll get a measurement right here. They've got to be 15. And he is an easy 16. That guy's going to go home for dinner. We have a catch and cook video now. Boom. Let's go. Finally. I'll tell you what I was doing. So basically, I made that long run I was talking about. And I pulled into this little cove right here. And on the maps, this cove just looks like a deeper hole. And there's a little gut running into it. Back that way behind me. So I pulled in here and there's so many gar rolling. Like, they freaked me out right when I pulled in here. One just came shooting out of the water, and they're big gar, like 5 feet. And it's just full of them. So I was kind of thinking, maybe that's not a good sign. But I decided to tie on the voodoo shrimp and just work it slowly, kind of casting along the edges I was drifting. And there we go. Paid off with the beautiful flounder. Look at that, he's lighting up right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy on the stringer, and we're gonna keep on fishing. If there's one flounder in here, there's a good chance there's more. That was only like my 5th cast in here. So let's get to it. So I think I'm going to head out of this spot. That one flounder was all I caught. I was hoping there'd be more, but there's nothing else biting. So it is about 12 o'clock right now. It's super hot and there is little to no wind. I am not done fishing though. I am going to start heading back towards where I launched, but I'm going to hit a few spots on the way and revisit some of the spots that I hit this morning. So just like I did on the way here, I'm gonna run up the shoreline, just see some sort of action and hop out and start wading it or drifting it. So y'all stay tuned. Let's head back that way and see what we can see. I've just hopped out of the skiff again. There's this little bayou right here, marsh, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just gonna wade out in front of it on either side. You can see the water's nice and clean up here against the grass, and it's flooded today, so it's up over the grass, washing over it. So it's deep, it's about thigh deep. And I'm just gonna wade up here next to the grass and see if there's any flounder around this flooded marsh grass or any redfish. There's a ton of mullet. You can see a whole school of them right here. Okay, you guys are not going to believe what just happened. So I just pulled up to the last spot. My truck is right back there, a few hundred yards. And I'm fishing this really deep cut. And if you know where I am, I'm at San Luis Pass right here is where I launched. It's no secret. And it's also no secret that this is a very sharky area. So when I pulled up, I threw my stringer back out with the flounder on it, and I'm fishing right on the edge of the gut where it goes from like knee to waist deep to just a straight drop off, and it's deep enough that if I stick my rod in the water, it doesn't touch the bottom. So it's at least 8 feet, and it just drops. Well, I threw my stringer in the water, and I'll show you how I had my stringer hooked. I just had the pointer of the stringer pushed through here. Not tied or anything. And I did that on purpose because in my head I was thinking if a shark grabs this stringer, it could pull this whole boat in or flip this whole boat. So anyways, I was sitting here and no joke guys, like 10-15 minutes go by and I had just sat down to retie a lure. Thank goodness I sat down. A shark just came and ate that flounder. The whole thing's gone, even the stringer. This happened just a few minutes ago and the stringer has not popped up. And there was not a swirl or anything. I just heard like the stringer get pulled out and the whole boat kind of got tugged. No swirl, nothing. So how big of a shark does it have to be to eat the 16-inch flounder in one bite and the float on the stringer? Usually, I mean, I've been sharked plenty of times fishing in the surf or even in the bay with trout on the stringer. Usually the sharks just come up and bite the trout in half. Even like a 4 or 5 foot shark will just come and bite the trout in half. But this had to have been a massive shark to eat that whole flounder in one bite. The stringer was there. Next thing you know, float's gone, everything's gone. I mean, it was just like one quick little boop pull. I don't know, kind of crazy. But I'm gonna keep casting here for a minute just to see if that stringer pops back up. I'd really like to get my stringer back. And unfortunately, guys, for those of y'all that were waiting for the catch and cook, we're not going to have a catch and cook unless I can catch something else real quick. But I'm gonna fish here for a few more minutes. Maybe we'll get lucky and pull some out, but I don't know, guys. Really crazy, man. And crazy to think that I've waded this before, and a lot of people wade this. Matter of fact, this morning there was like 5 people wading this, and they stand right on the edge. And that shark just came right up on the edge. I'm like paranoid now. Every time I hear a splash, I'm turning around. But I'm gonna get back to fishing. We'll see if we can catch something. Ladyfish. Well, that is going to be the end of the video right there. Y'all have been asking for another solo skiff video, and to be honest, I just have not been catching many fish out of this thing so far. I've been a wade fisherman or a shore-based fisherman for a long time now, so taking out the skiff is like a whole new experience, and I'm just having to learn all these new fishing spots and trying to find new fishing spots. So it's been pretty tough, but it is summertime now. Fishing is getting good, and it's going to get real easy here soon. So I know that I will have many more days out there on the water with this thing, and we'll be able to catch a lot of fish off of it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you're not already. Until next time, peace.